Third time is a charm, so they say. I tried to record this twice. I got a phone call twice, and I have now put my phone in airplane mode, which would have been smarter in the first place, wouldn't it? Hope you guys are doing well. Welcome to 2024. How fucking crazy is it that we are in 2024? Honestly, it baffles me so much. I'm trying to plug my phone in so the thing doesn't go flat, because, you know, all good things happen in threes. Now, for those of you who are tuning in today to listen to the biggest piece of advice that you need to follow 2024, this is going to change your life. I'm not fucking joking, you know? You know why I am not joking? Because this is like a guaranteed success if you follow these simple things I'm going to talk to you about, okay? Now, before I get started, the first thing you need to do is get out a fucking pen and paper, all right? If you're driving, get out a pen and paper. I don't care. No, I'm joking. Make sure you re-listen to this then, because you just got to write down these simple things, because I want you to look at it every damn day. Now, the reason I want you to look at it every damn day is because you're going to hear a lot of shit in 2024. You're going to hear about this being bad, that being bad, shouldn't be doing this, should be doing this, shouldn't be eating this, shouldn't be eating that, should be eating this, should be doing this program. On and on and on. People trying to sell you bullshit. And this is why I want you to write it down so you look at it every day and you go, this is all I need to focus on, okay? It's literally going to fit on a post-it note is what I'm telling you right now, okay? And again, you'll be like, nah, surely not. Surely it can't be that simple. Oh, well, okay, let me tell you right now, my friends, it is that simple, okay? I sound like a fucking cheesy car salesman, don't I? But I'm serious, it is that simple. You just need to follow it. That's the biggest thing that people fuck around with, is that you don't follow it. You're like, oh yeah, that sounds easy. Okay. 2 weeks in, how you going with that? Oh, well, someone else said I should make it harder and I need to do this and this. And it's like, okay, so you didn't fucking listen to me at all, did you? No, all right? It's going to be simple. It's going to be easy. I'm going to help lay this out. All I'm going to do is shut that door really quickly so there's no background noise. Give me 2 seconds. And no, I don't end my podcast. So you have to sit in silence for 2 fucking seconds, all right? Relax. There you go. See, 2 seconds and I'm back. All right, so 2024, setting yourself up for success, making sure it is going to be a good year. What do you need to focus on? You need to focus on the most simplest things that are going to get you the biggest results. Now, a majority of you listening to this are probably going to want to lose weight. The most overarching principle you need to think about for 2024 is being in a calorie deficit. Nothing can beat a calorie deficit if your goal is to lose body fat. Nothing, okay? No supplements, no special exercise, no fasted cardio, no high intensity cardio, no lifting weights fast. What else? No keto, no fat, no intermittent fasting. These things are not the overall, not the overall principle. The overall principle is being in a calorie deficit, okay? If you want to gain muscle, can you do that in a calorie deficit? You sure can. Do you have to be in a calorie deficit to gain muscle? No, you can also be in maintenance or be in a surplus. But the key goal here is calorie deficit for those of you that want to lose body fat. There's no ifs, there's no buts, there's no what if, there's no can I do this, it's calorie deficit, okay? So whenever something comes up, when someone speaks some bullshit to you on Instagram, you're gonna go back to the first thing that I've just told you, calorie deficit, okay? If someone says, hey, intermittent fasting is better than keto, or intermittent fasting is better than normal dieting, you're like, is it actually calorie deficit? Because guess what? Intermittent fasting, keto, eating regularly every 3 hours, eating 4 meals a day, eating 2 meals a day, eating 1 meal a day, eating vegan, eating anything. It doesn't fucking matter what you do. They are all methods to the principle of a calorie deficit. Calorie deficit matters most. If someone says, oh, well, I stopped counting calories and then I started keto and I started losing weight. Yeah, because you're still in a calorie deficit. Well, once I went vegan, then I started losing weight. Yes, because you're now in a calorie deficit. Well, I stopped eating gluten and now I started losing weight. Yes, because you're in a calorie deficit. There is nothing around a calorie fucking deficit, right? You know, James Smith has been harping on this for how many years? Calorie fucking deficit is what he says. It's true. Nothing beats it. So whenever someone tries to sell you bullshit, this special fat burning supplement, no. This special exercise routine, no. Nothing beats a calorie deficit. Have that you should tattoo that on your forehead, right? but have it tattooed backwards so when you look in the mirror, you're like, oh yeah, calorie deficit. And someone's going to look at you and be like, what the fuck does that say? And like, deficit calorie. I don't think it would say that, but you know what I'm saying? You've got to have that ingrained in your head. If fat loss is the goal, is calorie deficit. The second most important thing you need to think about is, you'd think I'd say protein, but I'm going to say consistency. Consistency is your second most important thing. Because if you look back at this year and 365 days or 366 days this year, how many days this year? I don't know. Let's say 365. Let's look at 80% of 365. Off the top of my head, I cannot think about it because I'm not that good at maths, but I'm going to pull up my calculator right now. 365 times 0.8. 292 days is 80%, okay? 90% would be 320 days. If you can get between 292 days and 320 days of consistency, which means you still basically got 6 to 8 weeks, right? 6 to 8 weeks of not being 100%, which means about, 1.5 to 2 months of not being on point. If you can give me 10 solid months of consistency, it doesn't have to be in a row, right? I just mean 10 months of fucking ticking the boxes, doing what you need to do. This year, you will get results, okay? It's not starting again Monday. It's not starting again next week. It's not, I have all these social events on. It's not, oh, well, I'm stressed this week. Oh, well, this. Oh, well, that. Oh, well, this. No, none of that bullshit, okay? Consistency does not mean perfection. Consistency means showing the fuck up, all right? On the days you can't do all of your activity, you still do something, okay? On the days you can't, you might overeat a little bit, you don't let that one day turn into 2 bad days. On the days you overeat a little bit, you don't go, oh, fuck it, I might as well start again Monday. You get back on track the next day. And I want you, with the second one, consistency, go and get a calendar. Go and get a physical calendar, okay? Because every day I want you to put an X on that fucking calendar. Every day you stick to what you want to stick to, okay? When you do this and you put an X in every day and you see how many days you get consistent, and then there's that one day you have a fucking cry, you do your check-in, I didn't see progress this week, I fucked up everything because it's Saturday night, and then you look and you've got last 3 weeks X, right? You've got 21 days of just fucking consistency, and that one day where you fall off track, that's okay, right? We think about that. So if you have 2 months technically of the year where it's not going to be perfect, you spread that out, that's going to be pretty fucking realistic. You might go, let's say you go on holidays for 2 weeks. Okay, cool, that's fine. Let's say you have Christmas time, so that's 3 weeks so far. So you've got another 4 to 5 weeks left. Is that right? 3 to 5 weeks left, I should say, of where things can come up and things might not be the best, and you spread that out across, and that's absolutely fine. Because consistency is the goal. You know what is funny? Most of you are consistent with saying I'll start again every fucking Monday. January goes good and then everything goes to shit. Oh, well, I didn't sleep good last night. Might as well start again Monday. It's like you will look for any excuse to start again Monday because you want to make the excuse of saying if it's not perfect, it's not worth it, right? And whenever you have that, if it's not perfect, it's not worth it, I'll start again. That 0 to 100 mentality or all or nothing mentality is just fucking making you repeat the same thing again and again. To change, you've got to change. I say this, and that comes to consistency. It comes to not chase perfection. People the perfection mentality is the biggest load of shit I've ever heard in my life. Honestly, everything needs to be perfect. Bullshit, everything needs to be perfect. I can look at your fucking life and I can guarantee you that not everything is perfect, right? I can not even almost. I can 100% guarantee you there's shit you do in your life that is not perfect. So don't try and play that card like, oh, I'm a perfectionist. Fuck off, because you never get anything done. And you know it and I know it. But for some reason, when it comes to certain things, like, oh no, I'm a perfectionist with this. I just need to, if I can't do this, then it's not worth it. And it's like, okay, well, fuck. What else do you expect? Hey, boss, I'm not coming into work today. I actually love using this boss analogy now, or work analogy, because it's so true. Or it's like for me, imagine I overate for one day and I was pissed off with myself. And I said to my clients, you know what? No one messaged me for the rest of the week. I'm in a bad mood yesterday. I missed a client check-in call. I overate. Don't talk to me. I'll start again next Monday. My client's going to be like, what the fuck am I paying for? The same thing as your boss. It's going to be like, what the fuck am I paying you for? If you're like, oh, I accidentally made a mistake on this financial report yesterday. Look, I know I fucked up. I'm usually a perfectionist. I'm an all or nothing mentality person. I'm actually not going to come to the work for the rest of the week. And the boss will be like, don't come to the work again. Don't come to work again. You are fired if you don't come until next week. Oh, but I'm just a perfectionist. Imagine just saying that to your boss. Oh, sorry, I never get anything done. I'm just a perfectionist. He's going to look at you and be like, well, fucking do work or get out. Right? So do that thing with your life. Do that thing with your fitness, I should say. Stop chasing the all or nothing mentality. Go for consistency. That's all. Literally. Calorie deficit if your goal is trying to lose body fat. Consistency is the second most important thing. Thirdly, now we're going to focus on what those things you need to tick off on a daily basis. All right? This is your little list that I want you to tick off. Number one is movement. I don't care what steps you can do. I want you to set a minimum step goal. All right. If it's 4,000, it's 4,000. If it's 2,000, it's 2,000. Anything you are doing better right now than you are. Sorry. Anything that can make you a little bit better than you are right now. So if you're doing 2,000 at the moment, aim for 3,000. Don't aim for 10 fucking thousand steps if you're doing 2,000 steps. Let me repeat that. Do not aim for excessive amounts of steps when you're doing sweet fuck all. Aim to be a little bit better. Aim for 10% more than you're doing right now. If you're doing 10,000 steps, 2,000 steps, you know what that is? That's 2,200 steps. Oh, I can do an extra 200 steps, Tyson. Yeah, well, guess what? You haven't been doing the extra 200 steps, have you? You've been fucking stuck at 1,200 or 2,000. Do the extra 10%. Then, when that becomes a habit, you add an extra 10% to that. Ideally, I want you all by the end of the year to be aiming for about 8,000 steps a day. Okay? You have a whole year to get there, but that's what I want you as the end point, all right? You write this down, 8,000 steps, okay? Daily to-do, you should write this, daily to-do list. Boom, first one, 10% more of my steps. Let's have a look at what your step average is. If you don't know how to figure out your step average, open your health app on your iPhone or your Android, and then it's going to show your steps. You're going to click on that, and then you're going to look at the top, and it's going to have a little graph, and it's going to say it's going to say DWM, I'm pretty sure. Click on the week. Get the weekly average. Have a look at what your weekly steps are. You're going to do 10% of that extra. Okay? So that's what your daily to-do is. I'm going to write this down. I got my little pen. Can you hear that? Click, 10% extra steps. Once you nail that, for 2 weeks straight, you can add another 10%. But Tice, what if I start doing more? Great, the goal is 10%. Because guess what's going to happen? There's going to be a day where you're stuck at your office all day. Stuck in your office all day, I should say. Stuck in your chair, not moving much. But guess what? You're like, oh, well, guess what? I got 2,200 steps today. And that's 10% more than I should have. Fantastic. All right? Movement. Notice how I didn't say gym first? Interesting, right? Because movement actually matters. Fuck, I'm so sick of people talking about, oh, well, you've got to weight train, you've got to do cardio, you've got to do... Yeah, you do, but guess what? Fucking walking is still good for you. Movement is great. You know what's going to kill you more than anything? Sedentary lifestyle. So I would much rather people get up and move a little bit than sit on their ass and do nothing, to be honest. It's easier for you to get up and go for a walk than it is to go to the gym. I understand that. It's easier to get up and go for a walk than it is to go for a run. I understand that. So why don't you utilize the low-hanging fruit, this little fucking juicy apple hanging down the bottom here that says steps on it. I couldn't even remember what I was saying. That says steps on it. Grab that juicy apple. Have a bite. Yum. Delicious. Fucking hell. Go and do your steps. All right? First thing, movement. Every fucking day. Every damn day. What about rest days on Saturday and Sunday? It's steps. Get the fuck up and walk, man. Holy shit. When someone asks me this question, hey, should I be walking on rest days? I don't even know what to say to that. Who put this idea? Because this person definitely heard from some fucking idiot who's a coach that's saying, oh, well, on my rest days, I don't do anything. I just lay down and let my body recover. Well, guess what? Recovery is a much better improved, is fucking 10 times better if, surprise, surprise, you get up and move. Movement is key. When you're injured, move. To stop immobility, to improve blood flow, to improve recovery, you move. That's what you need to be doing. You shouldn't be sitting still. Now, again, you're in a cast, there's only so much you can do, but movement is key. So that's number one. Number two, pick a realistic goal that you're going to go to the gym and a realistic time frame. Now, remember, if you're going 0 times, 1 time is good. 2 times is fucking awesome. 3 times, why are you going 3 times if you haven't even been going once? But I can do it. Well, you're not doing it. Every time someone's voice goes, but I can. No, you can't. Because you would be doing it. It's the same thing as like when I tell people, like, okay, like, I don't know if you guys understand this. Let me just try and explain. I am a coach, believe it or not. I've been coaching since 2013. So 11 years, okay? Yet when people ask me advice and then I give them advice, they go, oh, no, that won't work. When I give clients their calories, no, that's going to make me fat. I'm like, who's the fucking, like, imagine me going to like a financial advisor and being like, hey, I'm thinking about gambling on my money. And he's like, I think you should save your money because you're spending a fair bit and you don't want to be broke. And I'm like, oh, no, that's not going to work for me to have, no, that's not going to work. He's going to look at me and be like, do you want my advice or not? Like, I paid this guy to give me advice. He tells me advice, and I go, oh, no. Oh, no, thank you. I'm not going to save my money. I'm going to go and gamble. Thank you very much. Like, you're wrong. If I want to save money, I need to gamble my money, actually. Why the fuck would I pay someone? Same thing. When people ask a coach advice, someone who has been in this field for this long, and then they argue with me, oh, no, that's not going to work. No, that's too many calories. No, that's this. It's like, well, then do it yourself. Because it seems to be working for you. Oh, actually, it's not. That's why you've come to me, right? The same thing. If you're like, oh, but I can go to the gym 3 times a week. You're not doing it now. Just fucking choose a little bit more than you are doing. Now, ideally, by the end of the year, I want you to do weight training 3 times a week. That's your goal. End of the year, 3 times a week. If you can do more, bonus. But 3 times a week should be the goal. So let's look at what I've got so far. Calorie deficit. Consistency. All right? After 1, refer to 2. After 2, refer back to 1. After 1, refer to 2, and then number 3. Then we've got a little checklist. You've got your movement. You got your weight training. Okay? 3 times a week minimal. That's the goal. Then I have your cardiovascular activity. Yes, you're going to have cardio in this routine, in your life. Cardio can be whatever you want it to be. It can be a sport. It can be on a piece of cardio equipment. It can be outside. It can be inside. It can be whatever you want it to be. But I want you to find 1 day a week at least where you're doing cardiovascular exercise. No, walking is not cardiovascular exercise, despite what anyone says. I'm telling you walking has benefits, but it is not cardiovascularly, it is not going to improve your cardiovascular system much. People like to cite the study like, oh, well, actually, if you look at these people, their cardiovascular fitness improved. These people are like 70 or 80 years old. No shit, their fucking cardio is going to improve. They're like old, right? You guys are not old listening to this. Some of you might be 60 or 70. I've got a fucking 55-year-old guy who is number 1 in rowing in Australia. Like, he has a Concept 2 rower, and it's got him on the top because guess what? No one his fucking age is doing it. There's like 7 people who are doing it on his age bracket. Absolutely fantastic that he's doing that, right? Like, fucking oath. Great. Good on him. He's doing that for his cardio health. I want any of you to add 20 minutes in once a week at least of cardiovascular exercise of your choice. How hard should you go? What should you do? I don't give a shit what you do. How hard should you go? Make it a 5 or a 6 out of 10. It should be, by the time you finish that 20 minutes, you could have kept going for 45 minutes to an hour, easily. You could have kept going. The only reason you stop is because you hit your time limit. That's the only reason you should stop. So if you get to 20 minutes and you're dying, that's too hard. Make it easier. If you get to 20 minutes and you haven't even had a sweat, make it a little bit harder than that. Like, you should be sweating a little bit when you do your cardiovascular exercise. You shouldn't be drenched like me, who's a sweaty mess, but you should be sweating a little bit. All right? So at least once a week. If you can add more, add more. I would say have your strength training 3 days a week as your foundation. Anything extra you want to add into those days, add cardio to your other days. But what if I want to add more weight training, Tys? I want to get jacked. I want to get big. All right, look, if you want to add more weight training, fine. But if you're not fucking going to take care of your cardiovascular fitness, you're a dickhead. You're an absolute dickhead. I used to be that dickhead. I used to be the dickhead who thinks, As if you would do cardio. Like, fucking hell. Weight training's all you need. What a fucking young, dumb idiot I was to say that cardio is stupid and to think there's nothing good about it. Cardio is going to keep you younger. Cardio is going to keep you way more mentally resilient. Cardio is going to keep your cardiovascular health in shape so you don't fucking keel over and die. When like powerlifters like, oh, I gotta do a set of 8. It's like cardio. Like, motherfucker, you should start doing some actual cardio if you think a set of 8 is cardio. If you're heavy breathing after you walk up a flight of stairs, you need to add some cardio to your life. All right? You should not be heavy breathing after a flight of stairs. If you're getting fatigued after walking around for an hour and a half, you need to improve your cardiovascular health, okay? Like, if normal life makes it hard for you to get around, improve your cardiovascular health, okay? So, you've got weight training at least 3 times a week. Extra days, add in cardio. What cardio? Whatever the fuck you want to add in. How long can you do it for? However long you've got. At least 20 minutes ideally. If you don't have 20 minutes, start with fucking 15 minutes. I had a client who is a powerlifter. We started her with 5 minutes before every session. Now she's doing it independently, doing 45-minute sessions now. We just built her up, right? Little bits where we increment, okay? That's all you want to do for your movement, all right? 3 strength training sessions a week. Anything else is cardio. If you want to add in a session okay, here's the thing. Let me rephrase this real quick. At least 2 days of cardio. So 3 strength training, 2 days of cardio, which is 5 days. Now, if you have extra time, you can now add in an extra weight training day. That's what you can do, all right? I don't usually prescribe, I don't usually say things, but I'm fucking telling you exactly what you should be aiming for your overall health. Okay? Because my goal is to get you healthy. It's not to get your fucking dick skin shredded. It's not to have you stepping on stage looking like a bodybuilder. It's not to have you, chasing over those, sticking around with all those egos. It's to have you losing weight, being in a healthy body fat percentage, having good overall health, and being able to do life better. And these are things that are going to improve that. All right? Now we're going to add in two more nutrition components, all right? Very, very simple. Number 1, protein, at least 1.6 grams per kilogram of body weight, all right? This literally is going to stick on a sticky note. If I'm writing this down, I'm going to write deficit. Now, if you don't need to lose body fat, don't write deficit, okay? So then your first thing would be consistency. And then we're going to write down weights 3 times 3, cardio, times 2, and then we're going to write down protein, and then we're going to write down veggies and fruit. So when I look at this on a piece of paper, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 lines, 7 if you want to put fruit and veggie on 2 different lines. 6 to 7 lines. That's all you need to succeed in 2024. All right? So protein, aim for above 100 grams. Everyone should aim above 100 grams, okay? That's your minimum, 100 grams. Ideally, I want you to eat to 1.6 grams per kilogram body weight is the ideal where I want you to get to, okay? 1.6 to 2 grams. But it's like, aim for 100, then get to 1.6 grams per kilogram body weight, then get to 2 grams, all right? These are your stepping stones, okay? Fruit and veggie. How much are you having right now? And it's not like, oh, well, yesterday I had 3 servings of veggies. How much are you having we're not looking at days anymore. We're looking at weeks and months, okay? All about this consistency side of things. It's the big picture. How many veggies and fruit do you reckon you're having in a week? How many servings? What's a serving size? If you're asking me this question, what is a serving size? Then you probably aren't eating much at all, okay? A serving size of veggies is 75 grams. That's not a lot, okay? A serving size of fruit is 150 grams, okay? So, think about that. If you're not weighing it out, like, are you having a piece of fruit a day, okay? People are like, oh, what if I don't get 150 grams? Like, what does that weigh? If you're having an apple a day, okay, cool. If you're having a banana or anything like that, that is 1 serving of fruit, all right? If you're having my ready-made meals from Made by Mac meals, then you're definitely getting in a good amount of protein and a good amount of veggies, right? If you're not, just add in some frozen veggies or some type of veggies that you can cook up. I don't care what veggies they are. Just pick some veggies you can add in, okay? Ideally, I want you to have 2 servings. Okay, this is your goal by the end of the year. Let me tell you it again. Your goal by the end of the year is to have 4 servings of vegetables by the end of the year and 2 servings of fruit by the end of the year. Every fucking day. Consistency. 90% of the time. We'll go back to this consistency side of things. So if I look at this, right? So now that we know what your goals are, by the end of the year, your goals are weight training 3 times, cardio twice, bonus if you want to add in extra workouts, protein 1.6 to 2 grams, veggies 4 servings, fruit 2 servings by the end of the year. You got 12 months to get there. So then if we go back, okay? You've got weights to work on, cardio to work on, movement to work on, protein, fruits, and veggies. You got 6 things. Is that right? Oh, I forgot movement actually. My apologies. So it should be movement, weights, cardio, protein, veggies, fruit. 6 things. Consistency, right? So when you think about those things, 10% of your current steps should just be something you can add straight in. Great. Remember, I want you to get to 8,000 steps. So let's say you're doing 2,000 now. And by the end of the year, you need to get to 8,000 steps. So you need to be doing an extra 60 minutes of walking total in a day. You can spread that out over 10 minutes. You might go for a half an hour walk in the morning, a 10-minute walk at lunch, whatever it's going to be. All right. But now that you know you've got 8,000 steps to get to by the end of the year, you've got 3 weight training sessions, 2 cardio sessions, 1.6 to 2 grams of protein, 4 servings of veggies, and 2 servings of fruit. Divide that over. Okay, so what do we need to be at by the 6-month mark ideally? 4,000 steps, 100 plus grams of protein, all right? 1.5 sessions of weight training a week, 1 session of cardio, 2 servings of veggies, 1 serving of fruit. What do you have to be at the 3-month mark? 1 gym session, 1 cardio session, 2,000 steps. 1 serving of veggies, half a serving of fruit. So then you've got benchmarks. So I want you to now plan out. You've got this, all right? You've got this here. So then you've got March, which is month 3. By the end of March, you need to be here. By the end of June, you need to be here. By the end of September, November, October, November, December. Yeah, by the end of September, you need to be here. And then you just know what you need to work on. So you got your quarterly goals right here. You know what? I'm going to write this down just so I can tell you exactly where you need to be. All right, I hope you guys are writing this down because even I'm writing this down. All right, so steps by March, 2,000. And gym, 3 times, so 1 time. Cardio, 1 session. Veggies, 1 to 2. Let's say 1 to 2. Veggies, fruit, 1 serve. That seems pretty fucking doable, doesn't it? By March. Oh, that's not a lot, Tice. It's more than you're doing now. I keep saying it. It's more than you're fucking doing now. So that's what I need to be doing by March. And then by June, end of June, you need to have 4,000 steps. I hope you guys are fucking... This is easy when you break this down. Gym, 1 to 2 times a week. Boom, nearly there already. Cardio. Still, cardio doesn't need to move. You just keep cardio 1 to 2 times also. So technically, you're training right now 3 to 4 times a week. That's pretty doable. Veggies. 2 to 3 servings. Fruit. 1 to 1.5 servings. Cool. Then we have September. I know this is taking time and you're probably listening to this being like, yeah, hurry up. But I bet you, fucking a lot of you haven't even written this down. And you're like, oh, but that's easy, Tyson. I already do this stuff. Okay, well, if you already do this stuff, put your own goals together. I'm just telling the people how to fucking make this as simple as possible. Steps, 6,000. Gym, 2 to 3 times. Okay, it doesn't mean you have to go 3 times, but 2 to 3 is that consistency. So you're hitting the gym at least twice. Cardio, 2 times. So now you're going 4 days a week. 2 times. Protein should be right now 1.6 grams, let's say, by September. You got plenty of time, 1.6 grams. Veggies, 3 to 4 servings. Fruit, 1.5 to 2. And then by December, you are doing 8,000 steps. You are going to the gym 3 times. You are doing cardio twice. You are eating 4 servings of veggies. You are eating 2 servings of fruit. Does that not fucking make it easy when I think about that? I'm pretty sure that makes it pretty easy. Yeah, Tice, that's easy. Do it. I want to see how many people who can message me by the end of the year and say, hey, I did this and I've stuck to it. Because what's going to happen, this is what's going to happen. Oh yeah, I'm motivated. I'm good to go. Tice said to do this. I'm going to do better than that. I'm going to go and do this. Blah, blah, blah. Starts doing all this shit. Oh, life got hectic. Oh, things got busy. Oh, nah, I just gave myself too much that I'm trying to handle. Things got stressful. I quit. Oh, things fell off track. Oh, I thought I'd start again Monday. Oh, well, you know, this came up and then I just couldn't give it as much attention. Fucking obviously I know this is going to happen. And you bet, no, not this time, Tice. I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to change everything at once. And it's going to be the same fucking thing again and again. To change, you've got to change. I've just given you the formula to set yourself up for success in 2024. I can guarantee you. Notice how I didn't talk about counting calories there. Because if you're following these things, you're going to put yourself in a calorie deficit if fat loss is your goal. All right? But if you do that, and you're having 1.6 to 2 grams of protein, you're doing 8,000 steps a day, you're doing the gym 5 days a week, you're doing 4 servings of veggies a day, and you're doing 1 to 2 servings of fruit. If you are not healthier, if you're not fitter, if you have not lost weight, you can message me and I'll give you a free year of coaching. I fucking guarantee that. People are going to listen to this podcast. And if you post up and you said, I followed Tyson's exact advice, by the end of the year, nothing has changed. I am doing 8,000 steps. I am eating this protein. I'm doing all this stuff and nothing's changed. I will fucking coach you for a year. Because I guarantee you, this simple advice will get you results. You just have to be patient. All right? That's all you have to do. And the most important thing you also have to do is not get in your own way. People love to get in their own way. We love to self-sabotage. I don't know why we love to self-sabotage. It blows me away because I wish we didn't, but guess what? We all do it. You know? So that's it. That's your advice. That's all I want you to follow for 2024. It's simple. It's easy. You've just got to do it. P.S. If you need meals prepped, right, in Sydney, we run a meal prep company. We, as in me and my friends, Macaulay and Alex. And the stuff that we sell has protein, has veggies, has fruit. No, it doesn't have fruit, sorry. Has protein, has veggies, has things that are calorie controlled. It's all going to be there covered for you. This way, you just start nailing the stuff off the bat. You eat 2 of our meals today, in a day, you will absolutely hit your veggie target. No dramas about it. You eat 3 to 4 of these a day, you will hit above 100 grams of protein a day. You know why? Because I and myself and Macaulay, who are both sports nutritionists, formulated the meals to be high in protein, high in veggies, because fucking nutrients matter, and help you hitting the targets that I always preach about. Madebymac.com.au is what you can check out if you are interested in those meals. Otherwise, just take this advice, start putting it into practice, and get some results. Hope this was informative. Hope you guys loved this video. And until next time, I'll speak to you then.